jam and gravy mix. Choose from our featured flavors: original, crispy, jalapeno cheese, and our personal favorite, strawberry bacon. These fine items can be found in two forms: lovingly prepared in vacuum sealed jars or in a more conveniently transported powder pack. Open it up, pour it in a pot with water to taste, and let simmer until you get a nice slow boil. If you find yourself in need of a good packing grease for your mech joints, let it go to a rolling boil for about 30 minutes and then let it cool. Oh my, smell that Digsbury Farm goodness. Head on down to your local OK Mart today and try some of that amazing flavor in each package. If you don't love it, we'll sell you a new one for the price of one.
You there? Yes, you over there. Yes, you right there. Yes, there you are. Yes, you indeed, sir. Have you ever looked up at the stars and thought to yourself, I want to rule that. That shall be mine. I am going to have that, all of it, and none of it will not be mine. Well, now your delusions of grandeur can be a reality, if only you hire the Libertalia Mercenary Corps. Libertalia Mercenary Corps is more than just your average band of mercenaries. The Libertalia Mercenary Corps has been servicing international, interstellar, and interplanetary clientele since 1973 and continues to spread its good reputation across the solar system. Now, you may have heard terrible things about mercenary groups, but we can assure you that Libertalia lives up to only the highest ethical, moral, and religious standards capable of any mercenary corporation in the entire world.
The ethical, moral, and legal standards held by the Libertalia Mercenary Company are not that of Earth. In fact, they are a planet outside of our solar system called PXDX-1-Y2.
Libertalia has proudly been providing security services for many nations and private organizations around the globe, as well as outside of the globe, I suppose, because, interplanetary and all that. Libertalia Mercenary Corps, where we put the Libert back in your area. Okay, who fucking wrote this shit? That makes no fucking sense. What the hell? Libertalia Mercenary Corps, located wherever there is money to be made and needs to be met, as long as those needs don't supersede their needs, in which case, then they'll take the money. But they won't if they don't need it, but they will if they do, so Libertalia Mercenary Corps. Hire a goddamn mercenary. Fuck. I'm done. Fuck this shit. I'm done with this. God, I'm leaving. Fuck. I'm leaving. Fuck this shit. Dear viewer, today I shall pose you a quandary. Is this an internet? Well, how about this? Big internet would have you believe it looks something like this. But here today I shall show you the true process of making an internet. Here at Stephen & Sons Internet Company, we don't hide behind malicious machinations, data relays, and 5G. No, we here at Stephen & Sons believe full-heartedly in the transparency and honesty in how an internet is harvested. An internet starts as a single interplant capable of only producing 1 byte throughout its entire lifespan, and it must be harvested by hand. The harvested interplants are then sent off to the net factory.
You're not a trained stop.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm on the train. Psycho's on the train.
Yeah, I was gonna say the best part about FarmSim is you can customize your character, and if you pay them $150, you can get your own likeness put in the game. Yeah, I mean, look on stream. I am in the tractor right now.
Konami, they have two movies that followed this, where it's crazy chick riding a scooter with a robot dude that's somehow involved with her. She's pulling a. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I've yet to actually watch the two new Fooly Coolies.
Pretty easy to tell the difference between a female and a male, because a male clacks when it runs.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farm Sim Fridays. I am your host, the Bulk Zerker, and tonight with me we have the ever quiet and dulcet-toned Swede teletanker.
A country is a country. Coffee and hate.
And the ever stalwart Zayaku.
I'm here again.
Yep, tonight with missing tonight is Hosfei. She's doing stuff with her church parish. I'm assuming. Well, I mean,
You had to do that real life shenanigans.
well, last week it was you. This week it's Hosfei. I mean, you guys are trading. It's all good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Also, who was that? Who is the sub? Dusty Dit with Prime for the third month in a row. Right on, man. Thank you.
So, when is the point we can start having an existential crisis? How long we have been at this thing?
Listen,
Are we past that point or just closing on it?
listen, don't think about it.
I thought that the existential crisis is when we just decided that we were going to mop up for like a month and a half.
Oh, yeah.
And then we decided to go into space for
Yeah.
3 months. Was it 3 months? How long were we doing the
Oh, Christ, it was like at least 2.
it was like I was lost the entire time and everybody was fine with it.
There is no finding in that game. I mean, Haas was doing great building a
Oh yeah.
stable base that.
She was mother
Wasn't-
hitting like nobody's business, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which is great because none of my shit's ever that neat.
First piece of business.
We have
Whose
business.
name's going on this thing?
Oh,
Because I've got 2 now.
that's on.
Because Orc Slayer's got Brazil with tracks.
It's on.
Yep. Hey, Jiggles. And Night Owl with the water break straight out of the gate. Well, it's not water, but it's wet and it's brown and it's not alcoholic, so.
Cough.
Yes. Ethern, how we doing tonight? Thank you for the bit, sir. We're just trying to get. Well, Mr. Jiggles sending out 5 tier 1 subs to WP Zen, Zombie
Nice.
Danny, Terminator, 6267, to Hotep and Chief 00117. You've been watching Luke Cage again.
Month. Oh.
Luke Cage.
Mm.
Was that one of the Netflix series that was based on Marvel stuff?
I have no idea, man.
I fully admit to being completely lost and ignorant when it comes to most of the mainline series.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I missed that part of social education. So
You and me both, man. You and me both.
like the last time I probably watched TV was probably when they released the original Lord of the Rings trilogy to the TV crowd. Yeah. So after that, everything else is pretty much like spotty and occasional.
Mr. Jiggles, what is the main crop you guys are growing?
Yes.
Hate.
Well-
8.
Well, I was going to say myself, this year is going to be a lot of corn and soybeans. I think I've got some cotton. Yeah, I've got a cotton field. Yeah, 34 is a cotton field, 32 is soybeans, 36 and 33 are soybeans. I think 16, 15, and 31 are going to end up being corn. Zayaku was doing poppies. Lots of
Which,
poppies.
Which now I need to replant something else.
I finished up harvesting hops for him.
What?
I did hops.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of hops yet to haul over.
Oh, okay.
If you want it. To pay me for it.
Let's see, yeah.
Tail the
some
Tanker's been
ideas.
doing loads of sugar beets and whatever gets grown over here, which used to be forest, but he's... Oh, it's grass. It's grass now.
Yeah, it's grass now. I'm heavily debating that I'm replanting that lot with trees, and there's until those grow, there's going to be a lot south of that, which we previously discussed like a couple streams ago. So that's going to be a handful of trees again, and all the fun related production.
Yeah.
Also, like, I'm really tempted to try them new root crops that came with the expansion, because I think no one has touched them.
Haas is planting onions,
Haas
I
did
think.
onions, which that's a map crop. We need to turn on premium. It has not been turned on the server.
Oh, okay.
So
have
we
turned
turn that on and then we start getting those crops. I'm just making sure that, before we do that, everybody has that DLC.
I do.
I think, pretty sure.
Yeah, so we... Yeah, Mr. Jiggles, that expansion brought in the map, root crops, some additional production chains, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I think.
Added, let's see here. They added carrots. They added carrots, beets, and another root crop. They added 3 different root crops. Included with this map is carrots, onions, rye, spelt, triticale, millet, hops, and poppy.
I'm going millet because that's
Yeah, they also added some of the production buildings to, make some stuff out of them.
Yeah.
So not just direct sell.
Oh yeah, and hops. And poppy. But yeah, it's like some of the production buildings that came with the map and, well, with the modder Stevie is breweries. So,
Hooch.
Wine, actual wine, beer, wine, honey shine, wine, beer. What are the other ones you can make? I know you can make.
I think whiskey's there somewhere.
Yeah, I thought you got whiskey, bourbon, and vodka.
Whiskey, strawberry wine, honey shine, wine, and beer.
Yep. Strawberry wine and whiskey. It's a shame you can't consume it.
Consume.
So yeah, that's everybody's stuff. Zai, were you needing help with anything?
Well, I got plant stuff, but I got I'm gonna plant some millet, I think,
Okay.
because nothing really. Well, just some,
Did you have a field plan for it?
no.
Mm.
Not really. Just most of it, all of it.
Yeah,
by the
Mr.
time it-
Jiggles, we haven't touched the grapes or olives.
No.
Speak for yourself.
Zayaku has
In-game.
done.
In-game.
No, I got 5 rows of grapes.
Yeah, he's got 5 rows of grapes. On a previous map, a former member of the crew, Aki, did grapes and olives both.
Yeah, and he had a mild aneurysm with it.
Yeah, because he got 1 harvest off those grapes in 4 years.
Yeah, that is a rewarding trademark.
Well, then he found out how much money he didn't make.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I'm sorry, but as far as grapes go, this game just does not give you proper ROE unless you're willing to go full on the production lines, and it's just like, oh, cool. So another 3 years worth of investment. What do you need, Bubba?
Did we just lose you there for a second?
Yeah, I just camped out.
Ah, fair enough. The real stream. Just
Right.
get it interacted on.
Yeah, well, no, the big cat is being very, very needy. Yes, you are. It's like you had all afternoon to play, and then you didn't want to play,
And now you want to play.
and now you're acting like you want to play, but you don't want to play.
There.
Oh, the life of cats.
Right?
Eat, sleep, shit, play.
Hey, you're probably my most favorite crops in the game. Yes, I do like doing cotton, and
Yeah, they seem nice, and when you have stuff like silage and compost, especially on this map, like you get very decent return on investment. Like and as much as I like doing something different than everyone else, like some stuff just lend themselves a lot more for to be constantly doing something instead of when will the stars align and the game will move forward.
yeah.
Or, oh, the stars aligned and the game moved forward.
And I wasn't here.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, like, again, obviously it's all about attitude, but like, I really do think if you make a long-term game with friends or internet people or however, you need something that is a great passive income, and then you need something that is more active, that still the others can do, or you can sacrifice and lose it. Like,
Like me and my poppies that died like 6 years in a row.
yeah, that.
Listen, man, I'm just happy that I finally got a harvest of hops.
Right?
Because, well, we all know that like especially when you do big harvests, the next great bottleneck is the actual production.
Yeah.
You want to get into that.
Recently
Like
found 2 massive 30-acre fields of cotton abandoned. Sorry. That's sad.
Yeah. So that's a lot of cotton just
Yeah. Gone.
on the plus side, free cotton.
And whether or not it's worth getting picked and ran through is another story. So you were wanting to do millet?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, just as a crop the plant until poppy season rolls around again.
oh, you're trying to fit it into the calendar, huh?
Mm-hmm. And the only thing, well, there's nothing that's really useful to me right now. It's kind of a weird month.
Yeah, millet actually grows really freaking fast. Good lord.
Right?
Or the old cotton belt, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, I remember when my dad. I lived at that time in South Central Kansas, and he tried his hand at cotton for like 4 years. I remember being 5 years old, and my job was to tamp the modules.
How'd that work out?
Worked out pretty good for him. He never truly, I don't think he ever truly got all of the, he really made hand over fist with it, but it was worth his time.
Yeah, well, like, it's not like farming or forestry in real life. It's unfortunately all about the elbow grease when it comes to some stuff, and sometimes, unfortunately, just blind luck.
Oh, blind luck is most definitely a part of. Luck is definitely a part of farming. However, having some irrigation pivots helps a bunch.
Oh yeah, like growing crops and forestry and stuff. It's a science, yes, but like there's just some part of lovely Mother Nature that you just can't.
Yeah, eventually they'll
Affect.
just say, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Like having a tornado rip through your entire crop.
Yeah, about that.
Or fire.
Yeah, and like you can see it in everyday life as well. Like next week we are going to have like minus 30 to 40 degrees, and some people will be having that surprise Pikachu face going. It actually does get that cold here, because the last time it was that cold was somewhere in 2010, I think.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it will. It is going to be a lot of like cars not starting, especially if you have bad batteries.
Oh,
It's
God.
going to be people forgetting that.
Cold kills
Okay.
batteries.
Yeah, and forgetting generally that, well, maybe I should check what kind of wiper fluid I have in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you don't want your engine block cracking like an egg.
Antifreeze. It's your friend.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like generally here you have to have like apart from the wiper fluid, because that's something that the person owning the car generally tops up themselves. Like
You need a block heater.
like if it's done, like, okay, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's just going to make the system, in good case, unusable. So you cannot wipe your windshield. At worst case, it's going to crack the thingy, and
The pump or the line, somewhere on the lines.
yeah. So that will be a learning experience for some people.
they will learn or they'll leave.
Apparently, all our cold went to you this year. Sorry. Hi, Iggy. I don't think Teletanker's getting all your cold. I think it's finally catching up with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like it is with us. It would have been. I would have absolutely died if we'd had last week's weather this week.
Why?
Last week was 53 degrees during the weekend.
Okay, that's not horrible.
It's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. I could have
That's
taken.
good.
Well, I could have taken my motorcycle without riding it. Well, no, I could have rode my motorcycle to a shop to have some deferred maintenance done to it. I need to get the chain and the sprocket replaced before it gets much worse. I noticed some very slight hooking on my sprockets, so it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna get this. I'm gonna get this replaced. It needs to be done within the next 3,000-4,000 miles. So let's get it done now in the middle of winter.
Yeah, why not?
And then
It's not like
and then if need be, I can wait on parts.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a cracked block here in Oklahoma in a long time. Aluminum block doesn't even have freeze plugs. Yeah, no, you won't see that too often, especially with more modern coolants. Seem to be good to like, even like your weaker coolants are good down to like -20 now.
Yeah, but up here and where Telly is,
Yeah. -40,
negative 40.
50.
Yeah, you need a block heater, else one, your car's not going to start. Two, your car's not going to start ever.
Yeah, well, there is a case in time that you can probably get away with a few cold starts. Like,
not a lot, though.
yeah, like, and it's like, it's all that, like, well, okay, it boils down to this. Do you want to risk it long term or not? Personally speaking, I'm buying cars to go from A to B, but I am also buying cars that are in decent enough shape that will keep me driving for a good while. So, you know, doing cold start without probably preheating is not necessarily a surefire way to get things broken, but it is not helping.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where you live, you guys would have block heaters, if not a secondary coolant heater and a way to circulate the coolant through the block.
Yeah, we are not allowed to. Well, the professional vehicles are allowed to have like you could say in quotes summer coolant, but like everyday vehicles, no, it needs to be like insane weatherproof stuff that they put in to the coolant tank.
No, there's a device you can put on your vehicle.
Okay, you plug it into your house. And
No, you don't plug this into the house.
No?
What this is once it hits a certain temperature, it will start pulling fuel from your fuel pump, and then it will start a little heater, and this little heater will then heat up the coolant in your coolant lines and then circulate it through your vehicle to keep it at like above freezing.
Yeah, like they're like there are systems like most people that don't use the electric engine block heater.
Yep.
They usually get one that runs out of the whatever fuel you use. and it usually has a secondary battery to start the system and get the cabin nice and cozy and yeah, heat the engine block and by the same virtue the coolant system, but it's still here they want it so that it's created like it. I think if I recall properly, it's something that it needs to be able to handle like -60.
Yep. Big Freeze a couple years ago killed a lot of people all the way to Texas. Yes, Brascog, I remember that. You know,
That's
basically
Psycho
people.
Vortex.
Yeah, it was like Texas had a power failure. Well, had a brownout, just a statewide brownout because they screwed up with their power management.
Mm-hmm.
Their power company should have really been on the hook for that one, playing the game that they do.
I thought they were.
Not to the extent that satisfies me as a non-resident,
Fair.
but
There was a lot of pipe breaking.
pipes bursting and all that stuff, and
Because it wasn't weathered.
yeah, absolutely nothing was set up for it being below zero there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like, well, it really shows around in the different seasons. Like here, like, sure that there are houses of certain ages that are not so well insulated, purely by the fact that they are made from big lumber, and they are designed to be like constantly heated by a fireplace. However, like over 95% of the place has been renovated, and proper insulation will help you during the summer as well. That's
yeah.
one of those things.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
but,
expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, A, it's expensive. B, this is potentially Tornado Alley. C,
Right.
we also get hurricanes in this area, so you know, I will give some of Texas the crap that it deserves. The housing there is built incredibly cheaply.
Fast as possible, as cheap as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has to be rebuilt and rebuilt and rebuilt.
Rebuilt maybe once, maybe twice in a lifetime. But that really only only applies to people that don't live in near city centers, because whether you want to admit it or not, living near high rises actually keeps tornadoes away.
Yeah, because it can't.
Yeah, well, it messes with air currents too much, so.
Yeah, the funnel can't form.
You drove in that freeze, being a northern trucker helped. Yeah, I absolutely love how they were like, yeah, we're shutting down the highway. And it's like, people just rolled down there and went like, I don't know why you're even doing this. Yeah, people should go like maybe 15 miles an hour, but they'll get where they need to go.
Meanwhile, anybody down there who's ever driven in Canada in like October onward
It was like
is driving full fucking speed.
You know, it was like people in Canada were like, "Ha, this is fun."
Yeah, it's like all about whole preparation there. And the thing is that like well, like pipe insulation is important if you ever live in a cold environment. That is just a thing. And like personally speaking, I don't mind cold weather. It's just that once I actually go into a warm place, I would rather that it is actually warm and not like one pane of glass windows and poor insulation. I'm sorry to say, but I have been in a lot of places like that in supposedly warm countries that have been colder than the stuff that I have lived over here.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I've lived in houses with single pane glass in the middle of winter, and I've watched like a half inch to an inch of ice form around the seams of it. It's like, huh, it might be a little cold.
I live in SoCal. An inch of rain shuts everything down.
Oh yeah, like drainage is one of those wonderful things in life that you never like think about it until it stops working.
It's the thing about minus,
Yep.
well, usually minus 20 to onward. The propane lines and natural gas lines start to fucking solidify, not freeze, because can't. But once they get so cold, they'll start cracking pretty heavily.
Here in Florida, it could be in the middle of a tropical storm and people still be out shopping. Well, yeah, you guys use the Waffle House metric.
How many Waffle Houses to a fucking hurricane?
No, it's are they doing the limited menu?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If they have the full menu, business as usual. If they've gone to the limited menu, man, it might be time to go get toilet paper and milk.
That's
yeah, the Waffle
fair.
House Index.
Jesus Christ.
London was shut down one year over a centimeter of snow.
Oh yeah.
Lewis's.
Right? I mean, it's London, so they're on the other side of the current, but
Yep.
still, it's only a fucking centimeter of snow. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
To be fair, like it's always that specific time of the year that even people living in supposedly cold countries will get that surprise Pikachu face and go like, "Wait, it's winter. What do you mean I need to change my tires? Oh, I should have changed my tires."
Last month. Yeah. It happens here all the time. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, well, like again, I don't mind driving so much. Like on snow, the weather that I despise the most when I have to drive is when you have black ice and you have water on top of that.
Oh,
That
Lord.
stuff is dangerous. That
Black
is
ice with a hydroplane. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What traction? You ain't got none of that.
Well, the hydro plant and no traction. I was gonna say change your tires. Yeah, I'll trigger you a little bit, Mr. Tanker, because I changed my tires before winter this year.
Ooh.
I went from an all season to a summer performance.
What?
fair enough. Fair
Okay.
enough.
Why?
I know what I'm getting into. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, if it's going to be nasty out, I'm going to probably try to pregame that shit, and I don't foresee me needing to travel a long distance in crappy weather, so I don't have a secondary set of tires anymore.
That's not like I don't really think that's unnecessarily like
I just
bad approach.
Yeah.
Like it's just that like with the modern like traction tires, the spectrum of them that is available is that you actually get some very good ones that unless you get that full water slide experience, you're mostly fine. Even on like winter weather. It's just that when you have a slightly older set of tires,
Yeah,
You mean like the people who
that
have
set was
tires?
starting. I noticed that I was starting to see a little bit of dry rot in my tires, so it was just like, yeah, it's time to replace them. So I looked at what was price conscious and what would provide me decent performance and longevity, and I was just like, all right, you know what? No, I don't need all seasons. I don't need all weathers. I don't need winter ice snow tires. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll just grab a set of nice summer performance tires with a decent load rate, wear index on them.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like my 5 cents on most issues is that whether it's dealing with like the tires, whether it's dealing with if you have a tire that is in good condition and fits 99% of the whether you are supposedly driving it on, then it's all good. It doesn't matter because the most dangerous tires are those that
Have no treads on them. Ones that are the ones that are balder than Vin
yeah,
Diesel.
or just like yeah, this tire is 7 years old on a motor vehicle. Oh, it's only going to be this one more year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like and it, like and one of those things is that yeah, you can still have, like you guys know, you can still have the surface on the tire, but
The
when it's
depth
like driving with two logs on there, you should probably replace it.
of the logs have more traction
Yep.
than some tires I've seen.
Let's yeah. Mr. Jiggles, any of what? Any ice or any ice at all? So yeah, I was just saying, yeah. As far as like the southern states having like ice and snow and being ill prepared for it is a once every 15 to 25 years occurrence with them. So them not being prepared is honestly understandable.
Yeah, but like Telly said, proper insulation and whatnot would help in the summer, which would
Hmm.
lower energy consumption.
Yeah,
So
because like it's the same thing. Sorry to talk over you, Sayago, but it's just the AC bill is slightly less atrocious. Like when um, like you can actually have the cold keep inside the building.
Hmm.
like a lot of houses up here ran off of oil heat. We knew we needed
Hmm.
as insulation helped, so we didn't pay out our asses for heating oil,
Let's see.
especially now because that shit's like, damn.
Yeah, obviously, like I have to confess that I come from a like very privileged background when it comes to doing things right. Not necessarily rich, but like my parents have not ever cut corners when it has come to some stuff, and they have put in like a lot of elbow grease on making sure stuff is done correctly,
Hmm.
and taught me to do the stuff, taught me to look out for things, and it has caught on, and I'm thankful for that because it does help to know what you are doing,
Hmm.
especially when you're dealing with extreme possibilities.
Yeah, like I've got guilty pleasures watching home improvement shows, like the good ones, not the fucking shitty house flippers. But I look at some of the shit that is done to those houses, and then I look around at some of the houses around here. It's like, oh, that's why this place sucks.
Hmm.
Yeah, and like something like proper drainage is something that,
Oh god,
well,
yeah.
like will probably escape most people's eyes because they will go, "Oh, yeah, this place looks great inside."
And they don't
Yeah,
look at the drainage or the piping.
yeah, or just like yeah, if you get like you know that quarter inch of rain,
Hmm.
um, why does it stay on my lawn
Mm-hmm.
for 3 or 4 days? Uh, is this supposed to happen?
No,
Yeah, it turns out the
no, it's
foundation.
not.
Turns out the foundation is sunk. The drainage is going into your house.
Okay, Jiggles. That's fair point. Bridges.
Also, Jiggles, yeah, the high winds. There's a place south of me that has wind uh, has wind gauge a wind gauge on the road, and it basically says if it's over this speed, tractor trailers should not go any further because they will blow over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just to
Gale
comment,
force
Frosty.
crosswinds.
Pretty much.
Yeah, just to comment on Appointment Frosty there, like those do-it-yourself drills.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Where people shouldn't do it themselves.
Right.
like I'm all for like you gotta start somewhere. It's just the fact that like I have a huge dislike on, even though there's not one true way to do some of those things, but when people are approaching like okay, let's fix the foundation in a way you would approach making like a paper cup radio for your kids.
No.
Like you really need to understand some things
Or people
because
who do electrical and they really, really, really shouldn't.
Hey now,
No, see,
I'm
listen.
licensed supposedly.
Yeah, well, you'd also probably read the manual. I distinctly
Read.
remember. Okay, you look at the shiny pictures. But a house I lived in, the oven, the outlet that was in there, somebody had rewired it, put double hots on one of them, on one of the prongs, and the ground on the other hot. So no ground, double power going to one of the prongs, and nothing on the ground. Which we found out by sheer luck when, one, the oven never heated up properly, and two, I blew up a toaster.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So they were So one of the legs on that oven was feeding the 120 for your kitchen. Yeah, that is wired up very poorly.
Yep. My ex at the time, we had like after we noticed that the oven was heating up, we had her dad come in. It's like, okay, maybe the oven's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all right, well, we'll find you a cheap oven. We did. We put that in. Same thing. At which point he's like, I have no idea. This is weird. And my computer's there, so I was like, all right, I'll look this up. And this is how and I see a diagram of how you're supposed to wire an electric oven.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay. And so I tell Dad, let's take this off, take off the outlet, and see what it looks like. And we all basically had a fucking heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously cut the power to the entire place, rewired it, and then worked fine after that.
Yep.
Yeah, like I haven't seen like I have seen some stuff that I don't describe here. However, I have also seen people that were supposedly knowing what they are doing break a multimeter because their line of thinking is that, well, once you cut the main line, like from the breaker box, there are no things in the system that will retain some amount of electricity. Let's say this specific phase had a lot of PSUs in, and he was handling a thing that was attached to one of those PSUs.
Capacitors are a thing.
Oh
Yes.
boy. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then you heard the lightning strike.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it was only broken multimeter and a slightly shaken person. So maybe that was a learning experience.
We can only hope.
Better, Ben.
Right? You usually don't get too many chances of that.
Yeah, especially when you're supposedly working with stuff before the breakers most of the time.
mm,
That stuff is spicy.
Yep.
That stuff is very spicy. I've told this before, but when I was working on completing the hospital job last 2 months, I zapped myself off a live electrical outlet because some asshole didn't put in the plug for the TV the whole way.
Yeah.
My hand slipped, bridged the gap. Ah!
Oh, how many times have I said the story about me getting electrocuted by a fence charger on stream?
Fence check.
Yeah, what
Like,
GP is saying, I completely agree. Just to throw that in. I'm
ooh.
yeah, like it is like I have been taught to respect some stuff, and
Mhm.
well, as I'm cutting over here, I might as well share one of those stories. You guys, in some point of your life, have probably seen a color chart for steel of some form. So you
Color
know
chart.
the stuff that is almost melty and bright, like orange is very hot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes,
That,
yes, yes.
that's what most people understand.
Mm.
However, like the stuff that supposedly looks black can still be very, very
Oh
hot.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
black steel can be upwards of
Well, it depends on the steel, but
I was gonna say can be in upwards of 300 degrees Celsius.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that's enough for very, very bad burns.
and you guys probably remember that my father's a blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So one of my cousins, he was doing like a work display. We have this like old timer event with steam engines and stuff. It's actually a significant, like there's 20 to 30,000 people visiting it over a couple of days each year. So it's a decently sized event for a small country.
Mhm.
So he was doing a work display, and he left one of those pieces on the anvil
Oh
without
no.
dipping them. And my
Ooh.
cousin grabbed it and, like, yeah, let's say he's still remembering that because he has memory imprinted in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
He got the Harry
Or,
treatment.
yeah, fortunately, it burned him, but it didn't get stuck to the skin.
Oh,
Yes.
Got lucky then. At that temperature, yeah, it probably just melt skin and keep you on it. Ugh.
So I tried to avoid more of the graphical bits, but you can probably imagine that it's fun. Trademark.
Mm.
Well, I did that. I guess I'm just turning it around. Damn it. There's a reason why I'm not a welder anymore. Well, T.O., welcome. I was going to say hi to you like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, there's a reason I don't weld much anymore, and that's A, because the job doesn't require it, and B, I ruined like 3 pairs of pants a year because of fucking welding.
Slag.
Well, I would be laying on my back, running a bead overhead. And with the material I was working with, if I could get a bead going, I would just run that thing.
Yeah, as you do.
Getting manganese to adhere to steel is a bitch and a half. It's not recommended, but it works. But anyway, I get that bead going, and then I'd go like 3-4 feet with that bead, and by about that time, I would go above my head, past my head, down my chest, and get right around where my hips were, and then I would be chasing the bead, and it would fall,
Oh,
and it would fall on my pants.
yeah.
Because just getting myself in a good spot where I have good ergonomics for doing this, it always seemed to happen, and I would have that ball fall on my pants and catch my pants on fire.
Blacksmith apron. Get one.
The last time I did,
Oh. Did it help?
nope.
Yeah, it only stops so much.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
we're talking like
we're
talking like a big old fat wad of
molten metal.
molten metal about the size of your thumb.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah. Hey, Confused, how you doing?
Hey, when does this workstation always
Watch,
smell
I
like
never-
burnt hot dog?
I never wear anymore.
Yeah, and even though I'm coming from a relatively safe country, I have seen enough material that Chippy describes on the above, which you can read on your leisure if you want. So, again, it is what it is. Life can be dangerous, and you should be respectful of things.
Don't
Like,
fuck with electrical.
yeah, it's I know I can be a bit dumb and monotone at times when it comes to some stuff, but at least I don't have to learn everything by trying and doing myself and probably causing a lot of bodily harm to myself.
Yeah, learning the hard way sucks. Don't do it.
It does. But some people can't learn any way else. And even when they do learn it the hard way, they forget it immediately.
Also, thank you for the follow, Nipson1981.
Yeah, hello Kai, we are talking fun trademark.
Yep,
I mean, still farming.
doing as well as we can help. Is that a helper or is that you?
What?
It's you.
Yeah, I did a thing with the stuff. I turned the wrong one. Good job.
Playing the game Connect Fork is never a good idea.
Connect fork.
Yeah, low pressure steam will kill you. Yes, it will, and it will hurt a lot the entire time. Yes, it will.
Boiled person.
Listen, I have been scalded, and I have a very small burn mark from steam. It was not a fun day.
I have a small.
I've got a lot of burns on me, like real small ones.
I got a small burn from a directed laser weapon.
Got to kill Wide Tom with fish. Did you sick Space Carp on him, Confused? Yeah.
Space carp.
Yeah. But yeah, we're talking about the dangers of the workplace seems to come up quite often in this stream, and I don't know why.
Because it's funny?
It's a topic.
we do it in the OSHA handbook.
We're making fun of
disintegrate.
the OSHA handbook. Okay, yeah. Checks out. Talking about stuff that we do right in front of the OSHA handbook. There we go. One second here, guys. My phone's getting real bitchy. Apparently, I'm down to like 3% on it.
Warning! Warning!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny now, but not when it happened.
OSHA's just a suggestion.
OSHA would beg to differ.
Yep. It's a good portion of the time, OSHA's a good recommendation.
Yeah,
Sometimes they're
like,
fucking stupid.
yeah, like I have seen like our country's work safety regulations in some standards are quite similar, but on some standards they differ in a way that
Mm.
they expect people to have common sense.
Mm-hmm.
If I would be less charitable of a person, I would say um, they are maybe expecting too much at times.
Usually, yeah.
Like, and it's like again, like I really do think it's also about like how people get trained, because like it's obvious that you cannot uh, expect people to know stuff that they have hardly interacted with or have never thought about. And especially in the current day environment where like admitting wrong and learning the right way is like a superpower. Yeah, you need to approach some situation differently. And some people are, especially when we are talking like trade stuff, some people are not making that learning very easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it's a teacher's dilemma as well.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Iggy, it's not just OSHA. Like aircraft safety is another one that generally only the new rules come up because something happened.
Oh yeah. OSHA rulings are 9 times out of 10, and I'm being
Yeah,
very generous on that one.
death by
Nine,
body count.
well, I was gonna say it's
Or rule by
rules post body count. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
They're like, oh,
Kai,
we're pro action. It's like, no, you're not one bit.
You've readily admitted to ignoring this request for the sake of money.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like just to reply to Kai, like sure, like the other part of getting fired can be true as well. In some cases, even on low-end jobs. Personally, maybe I'm a bit biased because I've been blessed enough to be in workplaces that it isn't the case. And if I would ever need such a workplace that would fire me over like admitting I'm wrong and uh, correcting the mistake before it causes further damage. Granted, there are cases when you only get one chance. That's fair.
It depends on how major it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, but usually on those jobs, you are already supposed to be trained up to a point that that mistake is highly unlikely, or you can point on very specific set of reasons. Oh yeah, like Kai, I completely agree. Like some places are like that. It's just that when I'm at the fortunate point that I hopefully never have to work for a place like that. Or if I do, I'm walking out of the place myself.
Right.
If it's something that I'm just supposed to know without being properly trained or shown the way if I don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing. Um, I know here we have the right to refuse. So if you're not trained for something, you could say, no, fuck you. I
I'm
ain't
not
doing it until
trained.
you actually train me.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, some places go, okay, so we're going to promote you, quote unquote, and then fire your ass. There are places that are that assholey.
So yeah, all right, fine. You got promoted to the unemployment line.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
That is essentially what
the
it is.
stuff that Toyota is putting on highlights, like like text is, yeah, it's one of those things that like I just at times prefer to work on some stuff alone, or maybe a couple people I know if I can.
What was it I see? Oh, tangent, but I Ford has put a thing in their cars where if it can't do a software update, you can't drive your car. Full stop. You're not allowed.
Neat.
Right. Yeah. So if it fails its update, you can't drive your car.
Wow.
It I I hated it.
That's a
I hate it.
that's
fucking stupid.
that's an interesting one. I wonder how if my work van is under that.
You'd know. It would have a big ass screen.
Well, it's got a screen on it. It just doesn't have a huge screen.
Oh well, it might still. But yeah, the image I seen was essentially a blue screen of death
Mhm.
on a car, and on it it said, "You cannot use your car. Call the customer support line."
That's horrible.
And then it has instructions for how a tow truck can get it back to a yard.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Wait. Crap.
So much for owning anything. What do you do?
I need to plow.
Oh. Which one?
31.
Chunkus? God, we're doomed.
Can I borrow your big plow?
I was gonna drag it over.
I only have the small one. Do you guys need help?
I was gonna say I'm gonna lease a big plow. I'm gonna borrow another big plow. We should be done and over and
Where
fast,
did
real
I
quick. Like,
Oh, it's right there. Okay. I I I don't like smart, quote unquote smart devices because they're not fucking smart. They're revenue for the company that makes them.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like there are some, but we are literally talking that most devices are badly made, and
Very badly made.
or they are just over engineered to a point that the cost is prohibitive. Like there are some really good solutions out there, but I have noticed that it's usually the stuff that has been industry standard for a while, or it's something that is semi-industrial and it's coming out from a company that is not trying to milk their customer base to death on something that will just sell for a fortnight and then they will disappear to a sunset.
Bitty 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 with the pet. I will get them in a second. Which turd am I placing my hand upon? Which do you want to have more pets?
Oh yeah, auto braking. There's a great fucking idea.
The one that I'm liking is we're starting to finally see it become mainstream, and that is the software hacking of automotive vehicles past past ECU hacking.
Passive. Yeah.
We're well, I was gonna say you're starting to see, like, case in point, the Model 3 has its boost mode or whatever it is. It's not plaid because it's not fast enough.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just a software thing.
Yeah, but it's all software for it. So also unlocking the extended range battery is a software update.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean that's going to happen. There's going to be essentially piracy of or not,
Optional car parts, yeah.
of optional accessories that are in the car.
Yeah, like but I do have to say this as well. Like basically so-called dumped devices or vehicles, they are not like infallible.
Oh,
It's just
no.
that their
No, but they're
things can
fixable.
be easier to fix. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas, I don't know what the end result of that Ford thing was, but depending on how it was coded, unless the check is essentially checksum by a Ford employee or somebody who's licensed in Ford, you will never get that car back. Essentially, you have a license for a car, and they can revoke it.
Mm-hmm. And
Full
like
stop.
like I say, all it really will take is a lawyer that runs afoul of their new Ford vehicle, and they just say, no, this is actually mine. I paid $30,000 some odd dollars for it. It's not a license; it's ownership. If you want to play this game, you can either buy the car back from me full price plus tax plus registration and all this other stuff, or you can fix my car and make it to where this never happens to another one of this model ever again.
Yep. There's going to be class action lawsuits coming out the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Not just for Ford. What was the other one? BMW. Yeah.
Oh, BMW.
Whatever the
BMW ate
fuck.
some crow on that one.
Of course they did.
Well, it's because mainly in South Korea they hacked them.
Eh.
It's like, oh yeah, you want the M spec? Here's your M spec on your base model.
And all it is a software update.
Well, yeah, it's because like even the suspension and ride height stuff was actively controlled.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So fucking stupid.
it is. Come on, there we go. All right, we will pet the cats.
Yeah.
Cat cam is go. So both all the pets. All right. I will pet while I try to read comments. Blim.
He's like, God damn it! I just licked there. Blim. Stop. Blim, blim.
Yeah. Rawr. Don't you do that. Right in the middle of grooming, he's like, "Wait, you are such a shit dad."
Mm.
Ow. Ow.
Nom nom nom.
Well, that took surprisingly long with Vader.
Yeah, it did. He was doing good. I was like, it was all fun and games when I started saying ow, then he dug his claw in.
Oh yeah, I don't know what it is about it.
Yeah, it was like I was encouraging him. Huh? All right, we're done.
TV saw mom.
Not yet.
Oh.
He's be like, stop. I mean it. Stop. Yep. Security flaws in Internet of Things devices. Yep.
Ugh.
How about subscriptions to services that use heated seats or radio ECT already in the car? Yeah, Point Man Frosty. That's what I was alluding to with the South
Or the
Korean jailbreakings of
BMW.
BMW parts.
Yep.
And she decides to bite, and she's out for blood. Well, he knows better. He did the out for blood thing once, while I was like trying to push him away while I was asleep, and then he flew. He went out the door. I heard him hit a chair out in the kitchen from my bedroom.
Oh.
So
Did he learn?
he never did that again.
He learned.
Hey, don't you pick on your mom.
Well, I can't pick on you anymore. Uh.
Cat violence.
Get him, Mal. Get him. Don't go for the guts.
I'll save you, Mama. Come here. Now back to the regularly scheduled program already in progress. Now Mal is forced on my lap, and she will be safe on my lap. She always wants to bite. Such a friendly kitty. Face of playtime on Vader. Kind of.
They bite.
Don't worry, Outback Fox. Mal is getting all the pets. She's getting 2 hands of pets right now that I've got the tractors straight.
I got my tractor over there on the other side of the field.
We'll meet in the middle in like 5 minutes.
So what are you going to do with 32?
It's going to be corn.
Oh, God.
Don't worry. It's like half of it's going to be corn, and I'm going to be silaging it, and then like the next month I'll just pick up whatever I couldn't stuff in the silos. Government declaring what the hell.
By the way, do we need to do anything for Haas or Green?
Green is grass and poplars now.
Fair enough.
So, no.
He's more or less gone into a
fail-safe.
into a fail-safe, into a holding pattern, and trying out new stuff. So he's there. Milk for the cornflakes. Cats have left, so cat cam's going off. One of them hops back up there. I'll kick the kitty cam back on. All the corn on the side. We're gonna put butter on it. We'll make it taste so good you want to kill yourself. Lord Lender, I hear what you're saying, but then I look at it in this respect. As far as I know, our vehicles aren't required to constantly have a phone home like DRM, and until that point, we can always pull a fuse or a wire and solve that issue.
Well, yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was looking at when I was looking at the Ford thing. It's like, I wonder how they'll know. Like,
well, bottom line is like, okay, my car works, and now I know, and I'm fine with not needing the what is this app called? Let me unlock my work phone. I don't need Ford Pass, so I can live without having a cell phone based starting of my car. Well, starting of my car, unlocking and locking the doors.
I hate that.
I'm not a fan of it either. I would have loved to have had a key fob with remote start on it, but they were like, "Oh well, why should we pay for that when we can just have you use an app on your phone?" I'm like, "All right, well, it's the work phone, so what do I care?"
Yeah, right. Why do I care if Ford knows where I am at all times?
I was gonna say, I hope they're listening, because I'm very critical of the van. I like the van overall, but one thing I really don't like is the the towing kit. Did you know that all vehicles with the tow kit for Ford have a backup alarm?
What do you mean? Wait, what?
Yeah, it's got a backup, like dump truck.
When there's something attached?
No, always.
Ew. Okay. That's dumb.
Mm-hmm. Quite. No, like you can't yet. Now in my van, you can't turn it off. Apparently, in the F-150s, you can, but you have to do it every time you turn on the truck.
The
But I've
Yeah.
looked underneath the van, and I'm like, oh, well, that's easy to fix. Also, not a huge fan of the 10-speed transmission. It searches and it shifts hard on the 1-2 and the 2-3. E-Series 4 is probably like 3 or 4 inches, so I slide my legs and feet through the block to the back. Oh yes, yes. Trying to get from the driver's seat to the to the back cargo area, and you don't have a size 3 foot, so it's pain.
eh,
I want a 1970 bug. Well, up until what was that? 2008, you could get like the old 30s bug from Mexico.
really?
Yeah.
Why can't license?
They kept those factories rolling for South America.
Nice. I could licensing.
That like the GMCs they use. I would have loved to have gotten a GMC or a Chevy Transit van.
Yeah, like it's well, again, like I have seen the whole spectrum when it comes to cars. Like I do like some modern comforts, like an AC. It's just that like there's actually awfully little that just you need to have again um, technology integrating with, and having dealt with a lot of like mobile interfaces, even though they have improved a lot, most of them are still very atrocious to use. And like, call me paranoid, but mobile phone safety is a joke.
Oh yeah, that's an absolute fucking joke.
Granted, they are safe mobile devices. It's just not your average smartphone.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Coyote 16, you were 100% right. The the 4-liter straight 6 on the for Jeeps were based on the AMC straight 6 from the 50s. There just wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot done to them to improve them all that much. Just what needed to be done to keep it relevant and improve reliability where it was seen that it would, make the engine better without breaking the bank to do so. Let's see here. So chat, what nice. I grew up on a potato farm in Idaho. Never had anything as fast as what you're driving in game, but I do miss the zen of driving tractor while plowing a field. Yeah, no. Our neighbor, when I was still living with my parents on the family farm, he had a Caterpillar. I drove it a couple times. That was different.
Different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, going from an articulated all-wheel drive tractor to a Caterpillar tractor was very different. Just to drive it, because you basically steered it on the back axle,
Oh yeah, okay.
and you also learned that you better pull the implement out if you want to turn all the way. There was no leave it in like 2 or 3 inches or a half inch in the ground and you can make your turn. No. It was
No.
you pull it all the way out because it lost all of its grunt when you in a turn.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, yeah, just to be fair, like when I deal with my forestry estate stuff, like I'm running like 1984 medium-sized vaulted tractor with attachments and stuff. So I don't have like $500,000 forestry machine and those things.
Yep.
Like not now or not ever probably.
Is it not mine? Is that why I can't customize this?
Oh, Zaiku, you got the address I sent you, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Good. So I just got a notification on my phone. Apparently, somebody got their shoes that I gave them for their birthday.
Oh.
Oh,
Friend of mine got some fuzzy slippers for their birthday.
Oh.
Apparently, I was the only person giving them a birthday present. So,
Oh. What?
yeah. Okay, I guess their husband was gonna give them something. Was gonna make them the cake. There you are. I was gonna ask people, since it's the towards the end of the year, chat. What has been your favorite game to play this year? And you guys can, drop in on that as well. What is your favorite game that you've played this year?
Oh. That is a good question.
yeah, like I have to preface this by saying that apart from Farming Simulator, I have a lot of simplistic distraction games. By that I mean I play a lot of round-based games when I just want to zone out, or I play something that I can play for 20 minutes and drop. I think a game always worth mention is probably Caves of Cod.
Yep.
Very unforgiving, very very interesting game that definitely has a ceiling that you need to hit yourself against
Oh
and
yeah, it does.
fall backwards. But it's just a good reminiscence of games of old that is still, I think, relatively well thought out, well made, and has that very specific visual style for the era.
Cordios. 1,200 hours in Dwarf Fortress.
All right.
Sounds about right.
Also, nice haul on the Christmas gift basket there, Mr. Spara. He posted a link earlier. FarmSim played it most on Xbox. As for myself, right now the game I would say that I've enjoyed playing the most is something I've played way less than I've wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Rogue Trader.
Yeah. How was that anyway?
It's good.
Okay.
It's better than Baldur's Gate 3. There, I said it.
that might be a little bit unpopular opinion.
A very
Uh,
unpopular opinion. The reason I
Yeah.
say it is because, okay, I decided that I am going to. Okay, this is a very early game spoiler, but I make no apologies for it because this proves my point without going too far into the game.
Hmm.
You're having a mutiny on the ship because there was a mutiny on the ship, which is how you got the ship. And these people are a little bit butthurt because they're getting blamed for harboring the people that actually caused the original mutiny.
Right.
And your choice is you can trust your your lieutenant, your seneschal, and his judgment on it. You can shoot above him and just say, you know what, vent the bastards. Or you can go down there yourself and try to mediate. And this choice does have consequences.
Vent them all.
Regardless of how you go about it, there are consequences. There is no necessarily correct answer.
Isn't no good or / bad, just
Yeah, it's like,
unanswered.
well, this is your choice. This is what's going to be expected now.
Mm.
Or you've
Wait.
you've basically shown to the lower deck members either
Fuck
fall
around
in
and
line,
find out.
fall in line, or you're going to get replaced by servitors.
Who might happen to be your heads.
Which would just so might happen to be you, but less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less you, more less whining, more beeping.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm going to give both of them, Baldur's Gate 3 and Rogue Trader, the 1-year treatment,
Yeah.
and see how
Yeah.
they turn out.
I'm trying to
Like
play
they both look interesting,
Mhm.
and to be
Yeah,
fair, like this is my take on Warhammer, is that even though like it has been great to listen to the Harvest Heresy, like how that is and how the world looks on that, because some of the books actually give insight, like how, you know, ordinary people behave and try to survive in that universe. So it's not going to be like, I don't get me wrong, it's occasionally good to, have the epic stuff happening. But I think where Warhammer 40,000 really shines, same as with the fantasy one, is that
Gartrad and
everything is
Felix.
grey. Like,
Oh.
yeah,
I was gonna say
everything is sage.
well, yeah, everything's kind of grayish, but I was like, the smaller scale stuff is what makes it great.
Yes, I with Godflex and Felix, I probably like the first 4 to 5 books the most, even though they are the first and second one are not as well fleshed out. But again, so like I think Rogue Trader is a great example on how to use the universe
Yep.
that some of the other Warhammer 40,000 games haven't really done.
Right.
Yeah. Confused. I got through the prologue for Rogue Trader. Makes me happy how it follows most of the FFG's rule set. Yeah, I kind of wish that in the prologue fights, the tutorial fights, that you had done one where you will fail a willpower. Full stop. You're going to fail a willpower check, and you're going to have to deal with like fear, pinning, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Just to let you know that it's in the game.
Yeah. These things exist. Have fun. Bye.
Well, I mean, I already realized that there's perils of the warp, and sometimes you can have a failed cast, and it'll throw your person out of cover.
If that's the only thing bad, they miss an opportunity.
Zenith, I use the mean mug.
The what?
I use the mean mug.
What is it? What's that?
So in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, there are a subspecies of abhumans known as the Navigators.
Uh-huh.
And they have a third eye that they use to peer into the warp.
Right.
And as a normal baseline human, the worst thing that could probably happen to you is for them to open that eyelid up.
What? What?
Yeah,
Why?
because basically it just opens up a direct line of sight to the warp.
But it's their eyes.
Yeah, I know. But it's like they open up their third eye or they uncover their third eye and you just basically melt. Or you deal with severe amounts of psychic damage. And so you have a navigator, and the navigator goes with you on, quote, away missions, end quote. And so I just have her roll up and just mean mug people.
You give her. You
I
tell
give
her
her
to mean look
permission.
people.
I give her permission to look at them fully.
Oh.
Navigator, yes, boss. Mean mug him, yes, boss.
If you say so, boss.
Held in gaze. Yeah. There's also the one where it's like you don't even have to use an active ability if you're within line of sight of her. Any enemy at any range is in line of sight of her. They gain like willpower bonus negative buffs for like I think it's like agility
Jesus
and
Christ.
willpower.
Never get a Bob. Stare at them with
With
intent.
intent. What kind of intent, sir? Killing. Of course, sir.
Okay.
Another game that I've been putting a lot of hours into, and other people have said it is Mech Warrior 5, and agreed, especially with Cold Dog's mod pack, which is available in the Aux, I believe. Has Cold reposted it in the Aux recently?
I don't know. You might have.
It's a good mod pack, and it's mostly just all the YAML stuff brought together with Coyote's mission pack and a HUD update, which I personally turned the HUD off.
Yeah, I don't like that HUD. The old one's better, minus the paper doll.
When was the last time Hulkfist updated his pack? No, not to knock on him, but he's got other things to do with his life. Cold makes time for his mod pack since it's part of his passion project.
Yeah, I did most of my Mega Warrior 5 playing with Xbox Game Pass. I think you can supposedly mod it. I just haven't gotten around to get it from sale yet.
I believe you can.
It's just
the install location for the mod folder is different, so you've got to get in the game and open up the folder manually through it.
Yeah, like it's one of those things. I don't run the Game Pass for now. That's one of the primary reasons I bought Farming Simulator, because it was giving us troubles.
Zenith, I believe that the Navigator actually has an ability that when she uses her psychic powers, it lowers the it tightens the veil, whereas the Psyker loosens the veil.
it'd be nice to have somebody who could do that.
Right?
Oh shit, our Psyker opened the veil. One moment, boss. Rolls for closing it.
Well, no, it's like you just suddenly hear the noise of like mini blinds going back down.
It's like, yeah, no, we're just gonna put these right back down.
Dang Psyker just hanging off the mini blind cord like a 4-year-old. Oh yeah, I gave her a long last and just let it be good as well.
I don't like long
Atari
glasses.
and Rogue Trader. I have a
I
big
don't like
single
glasses.
question. Why?
What?
I know there's an Eldar that can become a member of the party.
What's wrong with them? No, wait, no, it's Rogue Trader. They don't care, do they?
The Inquisitor's lackey that rolls with you has a problem with it, as
Well,
does
the
the Sister
Inquisitors
of
can
Battle.
fuck off.
I don't know how the Space Marine that's going to be rolling with you is going to feel about it, but I'm pretty sure he'll be on of the same opinion as well.
But I don't want to run with the Imperium of Man. Fuck them. They don't pay well.
They gave you your warrant of trade. I don't want to hear this. Don't pay well. That's a license to print your own money.
That's the, especially with recent Warhammer, that's the main thing I got issues with, is it's all about the fucking Space Marines.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, no, give me something else. Give me a story about the Tyranids.
That's actually going to be hard to write about.
I know, because it's just going to be. So I says
to Mommy, I'm hungry, and she says, we'll get to the planet, and then you can have your McHappy meal.
No. So I says to Mommy, I says, and Mommy says back,
Gesundheit?
exactly. I mean, other than Fire Warrior being a pretty mediocre shooter, give us those assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Eldar and the Craft Worlds, just before the psychic scream of Unholy Doom.
Wait, you want to do 2 minutes to midnight with the Eldari?
Maybe.
That would actually be a really good book.
2 minutes to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know I'm being kind to Fire Warrior. But yeah, 2 minutes to midnight with the Eldari, or do well, actually do both sides of it. The Craft World Eldari and Captain Insano as they dive into the warp to escape.
Oh, yeah. What
Dark
happens
Eldar.
to
The Dark Eldar, when they just go, well, yeah, fuck this, we're going into the warp.
Yeah, to the non Craft World Eldar.
Mm-hmm.
Which you gotta find funny, because the Craft World Eldar are kind of like the space.
They're space techno hobos.
I'm trying to figure out what's a polite word for these individuals, because I can't use the G word. Nomads. Space nomads. Space caravanners.
Space gypsies. Oh, okay, I know.
You
what
said
you're
the G
talking
word.
about. That's not. Is it?
Yeah, it's offensive to some people.
Seriously?
Yes.
All right. Not bad.
Yeah.
Flamboyant.
They're
You know how flamboyant works.
yeah. Are we talking about Craft Worlds? Yeah. The Craft Worlders basically they have these spaceships that are mobile homes. They're space RVs. They're the size of a small planet.
Yeah. I mean, they've had those for a while, but
Well,
yeah, they're space hobos.
yeah.
Highly advanced space hobos.
Yep.
That cyclically attuned right up until the point where something screamed at them.
And then they clutch their prayer bead. I mean, their soul stone.
And prayed.
And prayed, and then their two surviving gods. One of them decided to be to be NTR'd.
Well, I can't remember. Was it Slanesh that was one of them?
No,
No,
Kane.
I don't remember. What?
Kane.
No, not Kane. The other one.
Kyla, you know, say you have Kyla Mencha Kane. He died. He got thrown into fragments.
Yeah.
You
What
have
was the one that? Or I'm thinking of
Segoroth the Laughing God, which is the solitaire.
Segoroth.
Yeah, he's still around, but he's just doing his own thing.
Yeah, I think there's a couple sects of the Dark Elder that kind of go with him.
Well, you have the solitaires.
The whole Harlequin thing.
The solitaires and the Harlequins.
Mhm.
Then you have the Aisha, which is Nurgle's pet at this point.
Who was it that did the whole psychic scream thing?
That was Slanesh.
That was Slanesh?
Yep. The birth of Slanesh was the psychic scream that ripped a hole in reality.
Joys! See you confused.
Yep. Have a good night. Save me a slice of pizza, man.
I'll send you my address later so you can send it to me.
Yeah, Segoroth is doing partially guarding the Black Library.
If I recall, and my Eldar lore about as good as anything else, didn't the surviving craft worlds, the only reason why they survived is because they went out into very, very deep space?
Yeah, they went to the ass end of
dimension.
Yeah. Yeah, they went to the ass end of the galaxy to more or less just
ride it out.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dark Eldar said, "You know what? Let's hide where she can't get us. Where she is. Just hide out in the warp."
Well, it was like, well, the people that survived were in the webway, and then they had poked their head in there, like, nope, they closed the door.
Nope. Fuck this shit, we're out.
Mm-hmm. And then they decided to just make the webway fuck off big, and that's how they made what is that? The city that the Dark Eldar have.
Cormagra.
Yeah, Cormagra. Thank you.
Yeah, which is essentially the layers of hell when you look at what's going on in each part of it.
Mm-hmm. And then you have the guys that do the flesh crafting.
They're in there too.
No, I'm trying to. What is the proper name for those guys?
Oh fuck! If I have my Dark Eldar book,
Mr. Brushface.
But yeah, the flesh crafters. I don't remember what they are.
Do you like turtles? Tough. We like turtles here. That's why we've got turtle tanks on our turtle tank.
Yep. Like we're coming up on a
Yep.
collision.
Thank you for the follow. You have about 30 seconds before somebody forces a pair of dirty pants on you. So either hit the sub button or don't. Your decision.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Do you need any other ones plowed?
Put on the brown pants, Shinji. Otherwise, Ray has to do it again. No, we're good.
The homunculus covens is the flesh crafters.
Yeah, the homunculus. The fun part about those guys is there might actually be some homunculuses that are older than the birth of Slanesh.
Yes, that is horrifying to think of. That being said, one of the weapons of their grotesques, the big fucking fuck off units that they
Thank you, Night
together.
Owl.
Thank you for another sub, Night Owl. That is number 3,266. Good lord.
Damn. One of the weapon for their homunculus, the big Goliath son of bitches, is the ossifier gun.
Mm-hmm.
It sprays bone juice.
Bone hurty juice.
It's worse than bone hurty juice. It's a lot worse than bone hurty juice.
Yeah, I know.
It's hilarious.
But it's still funny to just take to literally
make an enemy's bones explode.
Yeah, well,
Well, grow exponentially.
it is unironic Skeleton King parody.
Mm-hmm.
And for those
Yeah.
of you that don't know who the Skeleton King is, he is
I break your hands.
well, he is the literal OC of a 7-year-old child in D&D, and that was the DM's player character.
Yeah, I think like Flaskage is making their own like definitely not Warhammer 40,000 parody.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be like an adult version of Skeleton King gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Weaponized
And yes,
bone yes, clan
yes.
ducks.
That is exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The description of it is your opponent's bones grow exponentially and burst through in massive spikes, which can cascade.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
By the way, guys, which things should I get to cut my grass?
Oh,
Um,
I will recommend to you
Mm-hmm.
the Cavernland Extra set. They're all the way on the far end of the mowers for the part of the ultimate mowing and baling pack. You can buy the rear piece. You can get a rear hitch for.
and then you can.
So you would baler on it.
You could throw a baler on it if you want, or you can throw
Or
a
a
tedder on
tedder.
it, and then it would automatically ted the grass as you throw it into a windrow.
Stuck.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to. There's this forest chain for compost.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that I will just throw it over there. I just need to see what it accepts.
Everything.
It takes grass, takes chaff,
Mm-hmm.
it takes hay,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes straw.
Yep.
And sugar beet, potatoes, and wood. But so I can from grass, I can do grass and I can do hay with the tether, if I would so desire.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can turn straw, grass, hay, wood chips, potatoes, alfalfa into compost. You don't need all of them. It'll only take requires only one of those at any given time.
Yeah, for each specific, yeah.
And it all turns them into compost all on its own.
Does alfalfa count as grass or hay on that one?
It
does.
Counts as its own separate thing.
This composting wood chipping plant does not have it.
Then I wouldn't. But
Okay.
because
Where?
hospitality.
It turns into compost. It's the one that is next to the only carpentry spot in the south. The one I'm owning. It's there by the lake. No, not that one.
Not that lake.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, yep.
Oh,
That
okay.
one.
Hell yeah. Glad you bought this. I did not realize this existed.
Yeah, like it does not have alpha as an input. So that was the thing I was asking. Why I was asking.
Okay, let me join your farm. That way I can look at this, the operation on this thing. Okay, so it has everything but the
Alfalfa.
alfalfa. So.
But it does have hay and
Yep.
dry alfalfa to hay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, getting back to that question, do I need the front mower from that set? Or
Yes.
just the
Yeah.
back one?
Else
Okay.
you'll have
need the-
a
yeah.
weird line.
Yep. The front mower goes and basically does the width of the tractor, and then the backs are the wings that go out past it. And the cats have hopped down again. Little shitheads. Anyway. Here I am trying to monetize my cats, and they just up.
They're not having.
They're not having it. There we go. Now I can hire stuff again. All right, so we are at that point. Is everybody ready to roll forward? Are you still doing stuff on your end?
Just rolling the field, but no, I'm good. I do not need, what is it, 2%?
Yeah. Have you sprayed your fields?
30. With what?
You're gonna need to weed.
Oh yeah, I got the weeder down there.
Okay.
He's been going. Where the fuck is he's over there?
It looks like you're on top of stuff for the weeds. So there you are.
There you are.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I need to
Fill this thing.
I need to figure out which baler I am buying.
Probably not the one that wraps.
I would highly suggest a square baler.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Telly left us.
bye, Teletanker.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. My money's on the server had a hiccup and decided to yeet you.
Pretty much.
Happens. All would be vids on YouTube around people making harem with them.
Oh, he was saying that
Make
you
your,
can make your
own followers in Rogue Trader. I did not know that you could do your own followers.
That makes me a little happy, and I might actually pick it up. Because I don't like. I don't. The Inquisitors. That's a different story. Those are weird. I like them, but not the Marines.
It was like, so far, I'm pretty much down with all of the characters that they have. It's like everybody is equally unlikable.
By the way, all the breaks.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
Yes.
Of course, Bully Snake would look in there and
Of
realize
course.
things.
Bastard. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I guess he wants me to do 5 push-ups and 5 squats. I'll get those knocked out real fast here. Pardon me here. There we go. Move that out of the way. That way I've got room for push-ups. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 squats, huh? Do all the things. High Factorum guy on the... Oh, yeah, the Factorum guy on the ship. I want him out of there. 5. The reaction is worth it. I mean, I haven't gotten far enough into the game. Is he the guy that I can actually buy stuff from? Because he makes the statement that's like, oh, it is me that gets you all the nice things, and it is my job to make sure you have all the nice things, my lord. And I'm like, okay, cool. What can I buy? Must get more people. Free retinue. You have to make contact with the people first. Okay. Oh, so you can't. They buy through him. I'm assuming that he exists for a person to play as a rogue trader that has no negotiating skills. How terrible. Here we are waiting for Mr. Tanker. There he is. Well, I guess Zayaku has a combine for sale on the lot.
Mhm.
Higher the profit. Yeah, of course. The profit factor is everything in that game for obtaining equipment. But yeah, you can get whatever you want as far as baler. I would recommend a square baler just for ease of packing and
Fair
not
enough.
having to chase the bales down. Rep, you have the higher quality of the stuff you can get.
Now I just need to remember to check that I bought the one with the hitch.
Yeah.
I have returned.
Welcome back. Oh wait, is this one for the baby bales?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that was what this one was good for.
That was we've used that one before.
I mean, I don't remember that.
That was one of the first ones.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first maps that we were on. Before we had mods for really good ones. We used that one too.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna say I know that Green used this one with rear hitch. What would you rear hitch this thing with?
Another one.
Okay.
Just powertrain them together. It's fine.
Well, I was gonna say, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you have the 520 horsepower tractor. Where is it?
Yeah, I need to get the cat. I'm just using this one as
Not the cat. You want something that's got a front PTO. And
oh yeah, I
lift
need
point.
that. Yeah. Fair enough.
I mean, I think if you ran just the baler and or not just the baler, but maybe the baler and the mower, you might be able to use your
My medium. Yeah.
get your Vultra.
But then I would need to use I would need to drive with the baler again or use a forge wagon, and I'm not sure how well those forge wagons work, to be completely honest.
Well, the forge wagons just lack capacity of what you're gonna need, unless you're fine running loads back and forth a lot.
Yeah. No.
So you might want to get a baler and then also get a trailer for loading bales in.
No, did I buy the right one with the hitch?
Nope.
Paul,
You gotta buy.
Paul,
You forgot. What's up?
where'd you put all the poppies? Just out of curiosity.
All the poppies. They should be in your.
In the one on my farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
just didn't know if you
3-point
put
hitch
that.
for the baler, right?
See here. You want
It
a
should
ball
be, yep.
hitch or a pin hitch?
For the baler?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
3-point
sorry.
would be for the tedder.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Yep. Looks proper.
And then I need to remember to buy the baler.
Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of Rogue Trader, here's Big Bill Hill's advertisement from Goat's Rogue Trader.
Nice. I still haven't listened to that. I'm behind.
Also save often, but game can bug out. Yeah, well, yeah, that's to be...
That's most modern games at this point.
Yeah.
What was it? I was
Yeah.
playing. I was playing Ready or Not the other night.
Oh, did you kill the furry streamer?
No, well, yes. But that's a different story. No, I was doing the mine jot run on the servers.
Okay.
Last guy left. I could shoot him.
Mhm.
Well, I incapacitate him. I go to arrest him, and game crashes. It's like Twitch.
Help, step
Urge to
tanker, I'm
kill.
stuck.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the different balers and getting confused.
That's fine. I mean, which one are you looking at?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, let's see here. The Kloss Quadrant, 5300. The New Holland, 1290. The Case, 436. The Krone, the Krone Big X, 1290. Let's see here. The Massey Ferguson or the Fent, 1290 or 2370 are good picks. Or you can go over to the modded ones, and then I would just say what you want would be the LB30 or the LB43 436 HD.
He wants the LBX baler.
Yeah, the LB 436 case one is the one for the mods. It's got an extra wide pickup, which is nice.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that always helps.
And if you want to do silage bales with it, you can put a silage additive tank on the top of it and get the little yield bonus from that. There we go. I was stuck.
Something you want. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Legion is getting good at S ratings.
Well,
Valley of the Dolls, as we want everyone Hawaiian t-shirts in.
oh yeah, yeah. That's the BPL's uniform, Hawaiian t-shirts.
And Ready or Not?
Yep.
You can actually get Hawaiian shirts now.
Just one, but yes.
Cool.
You have to ask for rank Valley of Dolls, and that's the reward for it.
Nice.
Which, aside from the kill box in it, it's not that hard to do. But that kill box is a shit show.
Well, it sounds like I need to figure out where the kill box is and then just start throwing CS gas everywhere.
That's what we do. It works most of the time. However, there are assholes in the courtyards.
Yeah.
And there's windows, so they'll shoot through.
Get certain ranks on missions. Oh, cool.
Yep. Shirts, pants, it's all cosmetic, mind you, but
Of course.
yeah, you'll unlock it. The catch to that is the only way to S rank it is to not bloody. So you have to do it non-lethal.
Sounds about right.
Fun fact: beanbag shotguns to the head kill people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was the person that proved that, I think, initially.
The only reason why I didn't S rank Mind Jot the first time, or
Mm-hmm.
no, not Mind Jot, the one after it, is because I open a door, I turn, suspect turns, he points a gun, I point my gun. Unfortunately, he's at chest level. I fucking blow his head off with a beanbag shotgun.
Oh yeah, I folded the dude up that I shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this requires a leader, so I'm gonna have to go get my.
I feel like the ball guns are not as good as the beanbag shotgun.
No, they're not,
Like-
and they're not as good as they used to be.
Like, why can't we load the pepper ball gun with glass beads? You know, slingshot hunting ammo.
I remember mag dumping crackheads with the peppered ball gun.
And yeah,
And,
and now you gotta basically hit somebody in the face with those fucking things.
yeah,
And even then, but at the same time, if they have a gas mask, a pepper ball gun's useless.
mm-hmm. Where's my tank? Oh, there it is.
Mag dumping crackheads. That is a phrase.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, dude, I'm at, yeah, it's like when you mag dump somebody that's mainlining totally well, I was gonna say totally totally legal meth. Wink nudge.
Oh.
You know, he's got a prescription for nose Adderall.
That reminds me of that same one I blew the dude's head off with a beanbag shotgun on.
Mm-hmm.
His mom's upstairs and she's got cancer or something. I think it's his mom.
Yeah.
And it's Oh god. It jiggles the yeah. It's 3 stories and 3 people, but everything's trapped.
Mm-hmm.
And they got gas masks.
Yep. The cabin map with the dude in the ghillie is hell. I don't like where this mission's going already. Just because
like
that's
mission 3.
Well, no, that's just because Ruby Ridge. Ruby Ridge.
What about it?
Guy in a cabin that wants to be left alone.
Okay, this is a little different than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a guy, ex-FBI, ex-CIA or something. And he's basically lost his shit. When
Yeah.
you find him and incapacitate him or kill him, he's not wearing pants.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Pants MIA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Pants
like
MIA.
it. I don't like it, Grimmy. Take it back, Grimmy.
Well, he had to eat something, I suppose. But yeah, it's that mission is 3 floors with 3 suspects in gas masks, and I think one of them has body armor. But the cabin is run down, so it's creepy as shit, and like most of the doors are trapped, so it makes it worse. It's a former Fed who stole docks and went psycho. 3 dudes, main guy's a ghillie suit who blends in pretty well, and the other 2 dudes are with makeshift armor, gas masks, with just about every door booby trap. Yeah.
So it sounds like what you need to go in there is with all the clackers
Well,
and beanbag rounds if you're wanting to try and S rank it.
yeah, and flashbangs work too.
Yep.
But yeah, gas doesn't work. Hyperball guns are useless.
Sounds like the kind of place you bring Molotovs to. Well, this is the
It's a SWAT team. You need to save.
yeah. I was gonna
lives.
say I'm sorry. This is not DevGru. This is SWAT.
Yeah, and besides, there's a nightclub that's worse.
Oh, that fucking nightclub.
That fucking nightclub. That place needed to burn down to prevent the spread of the plague.
Fair enough.
And I don't mean from all the bodies lying around. I mean that place is a scum pit.
My least favorite part about that is the fact that you see a circuit breaker and you can't run the circuit breaker to just turn all the lights off and the
Right.
music off.
Ugh.
It's like, oh no, you need to go to the DJ table and you need to turn it off. I was like, can I just shoot the DJ table?
Mod, I gotta. I think
Can I ballistically silence the speakers?
Right. There's a. I think there's at least 2 mods that I've seen on the mod.io to replace that crap music. Or, sorry, to replace the generic whoa 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 sound.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. One of them is a remix of one of the Marilyn Manson songs. I think it's "Beautiful People," but
Oh, how fitting.
right. The school map is hell for many reasons.
Not of least because it's designed to look like or remind people of a penitentiary.
That too. I mean, it's a school. They're basically jails anyway. Think about it. You're in there for 8 hours a day, and then you get released on parole.
Yeah. I don't like where this is going, man.
I mean, they're kind of worse than prisons when you think about it.
Yep.
At least prisons, you get 3 square meals a day.
Yep.
Well, supposedly. Wouldn't know. Never been.
Yep.
I'm
Grandma,
going to refrain from making stupid jokes on that one.
I appreciate it.
I'm so showing off with a lot of restraint.
Yeah.
Also, my medium tractor is running out of juice.
What kind of juice?
Go forward.
Go fast juice or?
Yeah, forward go. There. I just need a bigger one. Which reminds me, I need to see what, like, it goes well until I reach uphill.
Oh yeah.
It was like your hills are very brutal on this piece of land.
Yeah,
I'll bring you.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Bulk, if you look around, you can see my hate for Lorax and the trees.
I've
now-
seen some of it on the road below.
Like, this plot is now barren, I think,
Yeah.
mostly.
If you're gonna whine, you're gonna get picked up and petted, sir. That's just how this works. Pet, 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 rubbing the cheeks, rubbing the cheeks. He's like, why did you stop? You want more cheek rubs, Vader? Oh, what has been the MP9? Bring out my beaten stick. The 870 and slugs are book shot. One, AI can't wallbang through the door for giggles. Two, you can use your body to block door temporarily just because can't get an aura. Yeah.
When I was playing with Confused, and some of the other guys in the Legion, I was mirroring under a door. Dude comes through the door as I'm mirroring it, and just fucking blasts me with a shotgun.
Yeah?
You need go, Juice Tanker?
No, I meant
He needs more juice in the motor.
Oh, and
yes.
what? Oh, more actual juice. Okay.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't have enough crank in the shaft.
Giggity.
Giggity indeed. Yeah, that Vulture. Do you have a Vulture Q series? Is that your boy?
Yeah,
Oh.
the medium one. It has worked for most stuff surprisingly well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
just need the large one now.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
got
sure, do they have one in this game?
I think the Q's as big as you get in the base game.
Probably.
Tanker, you
Let's
got a
see
mulcher
large.
up here, right?
Sorry?
You got a mulcher up here somewhere, don't you? To break down tree stumps.
Yeah.
Where's it at? Can I borrow it?
Yeah, it's connected to my Q205. It's very close to where I'm at currently.
Alright.
Sorry. Oh boy, rubber banding.
Oh. That's not good.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
pretty severe. Am I gonna?
Yeah, you might be disconnecting there, buddy.
Yeah, I might be getting ready to disconnect. Cool, it's my turn, I guess.
It's cycling.
Yeah, no. You're next.
So what's the chunkiest tractor with 3-point hitch?
That would
Chunkiest?
be the Fent 1000.
Yeah, the
Oh, we could
1100 is...
download a pack for Vultra that does give you a 405 horsepower S series.
Yeah, I don't see... Yeah, why not? Why not?
Oh,
Like I'm biased, I have always liked their tractors.
Mm-hmm. I've liked Vultures.
Like I just like how price savvy investments they have been, and how a bumbling bee like me can actually learn to understand them on the ground level. Not that like other tractors can't be like that. I'm not saying that. It's just that that one is the one I have most experience with.
All right.
And the biggest thing I like them in real life is that pretty much every model has a very decent ground clearance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, like every other tractor does to a degree, but it matters a lot when you are going around in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You want that ground clearance not to get hooked up on nothing.
Also, you want the let's say extra cover for the all the stuff in the bottom for the fuel tanks and such.
Yep. Just get fuel tanks in the door. It'll be fine.
Sir, are you trying to get into my dried strawberries?
Maybe.
You little butthead. Cannot believe this cat. JCB tractors. JCBs are nice. JCBs are... or like
Yeah,
the contractor tractor of choice for distance driving.
Yeah, I've only seen one of them, so like not much experience on those.
I've seen 3 of them. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, they're really cool to watch. Just go 50 miles an hour, pulling whatever behind them.
Yeah. So I could. Do you want the mulching?
Yeah. I need contractor on you.
Yep.
Huh.
I would say for now, if you could lease a good tractor for leasing would probably be the JCB 8330, or you could try the Fendt 1000 Vario.
Yeah, the Fend has
Oh wait,
all the power.
yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, I'll take that back. The Xerion 5000 4500 does have an optional front point attacher. But it does not have a front PTO, I don't think.
When we pulled into Cargo Bay and needed shotgun shells, the QM yelled at me to stop a banging on
But yeah,
his bell.
anyhow.
We wanted some munitions for our glorious valid hunt, but found too late that they just hated us, we tiny cunts. And we're banned from Cargo.
Yeah, that's right. I need to bring my tractor back from your place.
Which one? Why did it?
Why did what?
Look at. AI, what are you doing? Why did you cut clear across the field diagonally?
What?
Like, do the next one over instead of growth. Do for your filter.
You should now have the contractor thingy. Jago.
Is it? Nope, the other way. There you go. And yeah, you'll see as soon as it loads for rolling.
Nice. It did it at a 45 then.
It did, and it's going back the same route. Why? I lined it up straight. You know what? You can stay that way.
Outstanding.
Yoink. Do you need your tractor or?
No,
Okay.
just take it.
Okay.
I'm just stealing your truck.
That's okay. It goes a little fast.
Yeah, I just noticed. This is probably gonna end up in the moon. With
That
this.
one? No. That one's actually pretty stable. Yeah, it's. Oh, that's a Phoenix truck. It might end up in the moon. It just doesn't have the tracks to, get anky. Not saying it can't do it with tires, but
I'm honestly surprised that they didn't have the Versatile have the available quad tracks for it.
quad tracks versatile.
Why don't you just go straight? Mr. Helper, incoherent screeching. I hate how accurate that is.
That is incredibly accurate, and I hate it. But whatever, as long as he gets the job done.
I mean, there are many, many, many ways to do things incorrectly. There's one way to do things wrong, and he's not doing it wrong.
This is true.
You're
He's
not
just
paying
doing it
him
differently.
Enough. You're not paying him enough to do it correctly.
Bullshit. He's getting like $1 a minute, or $1 every second, or other second.
Right?
He's getting paid more than he's worth right now. Actually, that's 3 people running, so it probably is $1 every 5 seconds. Well, Jiggles, the AI obviously missed a spot, so he just had to keep going over and over and over.
Yeah.
It is, and I'm, because let's put it this way, there's a lot of wonderful mods for this game, but modders are not touching the AI, at least to my knowledge. So
the AI is probably spaghetti code.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything on it that they can do about that. So it's up to Giant to
fix her shit.
Yeah, which we hope they do better for the next game, I guess. But yeah, this is going to be a PSA. Kids never do custom fields.
I mean, you did a pretty good job overall, man.
You did.
Yeah, well, it's if God forbid we in some point start on a new map and there's forestry on it, I'm just going to immediately just cut it and plant trees and just stick to ordinary fields. I might do another grass field, but not on a location like that.
Right. Stump.
I do now need a bio break. Be right back.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't work, chat.
What?
It's horrible. It looks horrible.
Yeah, but what are you trying to do?
Trying to get it back to this correct color.
Oh yeah, some of the colors are wonky.
It did it again. Fuck it, it's that color now.
It lives here now.
Energy NGGS. Thank you for the follow-up, man. I missed that one. Once had the A, just go back.
Yeah.
Let's get the truck over there. That way this thing can get more weed killer in it.
Drunk AI was very drunk.
No, this has everything with you having like the attitude of the tractor just wrong, and it deciding.
Right? It was pointed like just slightly diagonal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want me to go sideways, boss?
Okay, I'll do that.
No. Machine's weird with tractors, just had a little bit too much holy oil today.
This morning, yeah. That or it didn't like how the tech priest was refilling it.
The blessed oils are stored in the wrong tanks.
Do not store the blessed oils in the balls, tech priest. Oh, man. Pardon me.
No, sir. Not the A.
Not the...
They're stored in round objects, but the ass ain't it.
Yeah.
That damn meme.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand how a roller can drift sideways.
Now wait a minute, Charlie, how about it again? Yeah, we do the wrong lips and rarely gargle a bit. We all bring it out again, did you not value the shit? They do not even fuck their
Huh. Well,
What'd you do?
suppose that was only a matter of time.
What?
Apparently there has been a wreck with a Cybertruck.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, only a matter of
How bad?
time. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner, to be honest.
How bad?
Minor injuries.
Oh.
A Toyota Corolla hit a Cybertruck in California.
Oh.
No surprise there.
So.
So,
Who was at fault?
don't know yet. I'm glancing at it right now.
Please tell me it was Cybertruck. Please tell me it was Cybertruck.
Doesn't appear anyone involved. So it was major injury, which that's good. Traveling south. Once speeds over on no reason, turned to the right and subsequently struck a dirt embankment on the right shoulder. The Toyota then re-entered the roadway, crossed over the double yellow into the northbound lane, and crashed into the Tesla Cybertruck.
Damn it.
So, the Corolla zoomed out, hit the dirt, overcorrected, and struck the Cybertruck. But this is like...
And those Tesla cars are overly aggressive sometimes.
Yep. Well, Yeah, no, this one was 100% on the Toyota owner, and the funny part about it is the only injury noted was on the Cybertruck driver.
What?
And
The airbag knocked off?
what was argued a head-on collision, man. I'm gonna probably go out on a limb and just say that the person in the Cybertruck probably was not properly belted in.
Yeah, probably not.
If they if that's what what the information I'm going on is like, okay, sounds like the person just was not properly
Belted down.
belted. So,
Which that's going to happen regardless.
yep. So, yeah, I'm assuming that was a pre-production Cybertruck struck somebody, or got struck rather, in this case.
Wear your damn belts, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, wear your belts. Well, but also it's like one of the most common things I see with a lot of people. And yeah, here's my whiteness card. I noticed that a lot of people are doing the lean.
The lean?
The lean.
The fuck is the lean?
It's where you've got like more than 10 degrees of rearward rake on your on your car seat. You've got the seat set as far back as you can possibly reach, and you are just like stretching forward to reach the steering wheel.
Right, lazy boy syndrome.
Yeah, the lean. I see it a lot everywhere. It doesn't matter which state the tag's in. A lot of people just have their seat way back, that way they can like do that thing, but then they just reach so far forward, and it's like, I can understand somebody doing that for a bad back, but it's just like, move your seat forward just a little bit so you're not basically hyperextending your shoulder to reach the steering wheel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like when I drive, if I have to, what is it that I do? If I have to take my shoulder off the back of the seat to reach the top of the steering wheel, I ain't close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, a bench seat truck can't adjust it. Don't those usually have adjustable?
Yeah, you can slide the whole
Steering
bench
wheels?
forward. No, you could slide the whole bench forward and back. Sometimes. But you have like two positions for the seat, and that's forward and back.
There is no middle.
Well, yeah, there was forward for moving, for like reaching behind it and grabbing stuff out of from behind the seat, and then it was back.
Right.
And I remember being in high school, and you had people with the single cab bench seat pickup trucks, and they would have their front seat or their seat as far forward as they could get it. That way, they could fit speakers behind the back seat.
God, or
behind
other people.
Yeah.
Seeing that.
Or it was in their homemade console, which sat on the bench seat. I just want to be unreachable. Oh, yeah.
I need to be able to reach things on the steering wheel, like the steering wheel.
My man. Space man.
Hey.
Yep. 97 GMC 1500. Well, you should be able to adjust the seat with that thing.
And there we go.
Welcome back.
I'm back. The
Yeah.
dog needed scratches.
Yeah, buddy of mine had that set up in high school. Yeah. There were like 6 or 7 guys that I knew that had that set up. Is like, oh yeah, we've got dad's old farm truck, and I'm gonna put an Alpine deck in there, and I'm going to somehow get a 15-inch subwoofer between the back of the truck's cab and the back of my seat.
I hate it.
Also, did I mention that I'm 5 inches taller than Bulk? All right, Mr. Giraffe.
That's right, Mr. Giraffe. Get all the marmalade.
What?
What? It's a
I
quote from
don't
Stewie
like
from Family Guy. Quote from Family Guy from Stewie. He's sleeping and he just says, "That's right, Mr. Giraffe. Get all the marmalade."
Well, there's a couple of things that I found wrong with what you just said.
I find a lot of things wrong with Family Guy. If that's the
Yeah, the fact that you're repeating anything said on Family Guy, the fact that it's Stewie that said it.
Bulk, is this New Holland here for a reason?
Yeah. Help you, Mo?
Okay.
Did you hijack?
It's my New Holland.
Oh, okay.
It's like I'm the only person that runs those things.
Yeah, but doesn't Haas have a mower?
Yeah, she's got the self-propelled.
Yeah, I thought you commandeered hers.
No. Huh. Well, I did that.
Well, why did you do that?
Oddity. There we go.
Sixth.
Where you managed to go 63. Had no idea I managed to make it work. yeah. I'm 6'2". We had guys that were 6'7". And yes, full disclosure, they did get approached by college
Basketball.
College basketball. It was straight up. Funny part is, every last one of them were already fast tracked for going to high school football teams, and then they decided that they were going to go Marine Corps. I looked at all three of the guys that went in the Marine Corps, and I went, I don't know why you're going to the Marine Corps. Oh, well, X, Y, Z. I was like, well, you could go Army.
The closest I got to even considering like military.
And then you could be mechanics.
Right. Aside from cadets, was one day they were doing a career day thing at school, and they had a Navy dude come in, and he was doing his spiel, but he had a display of one of the Canadian submarines. It's like, ooh, that's cool. Because I don't know, I'm not claustrophobic, and submarines are kind of cool, stealth. You know, this just kind of proves that I've always been a stealth person. Because submarine, stealthy, cool. But at that point, I was like, yeah, I'd probably do this. Nothing ever came of it, but
No, of course.
of course. But you know, submarines are cool. right up until
Yeah.
the point where they implode. Then they're very, very hot for like half a second.
Yeah.
For better or worse, that's someone else's problem at that point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
at that point, it's somebody else's problem. One of my
As an
favorite-
American, I really don't like this idea that it's somebody else's problem because it generally ends up being America's problem.
only because
Yeah.
they have something that can reach depths of "fuck you." It's too big.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite war movies is K-19, The Widowmaker.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it the other day. That horrifying, but cool at the same time.
Yeah, my army stories revolve around me being a glorified conscript.
Yeah. I kind of feel like well, I did Army Cadets because there was nothing else to do in town. And I feel like that's like conscript light
Yep.
because it was a shit show, but
Yep.
and at that point is I realized I don't like dealing with
Yep.
authority figures.
Let's see here. What was the? I'm just rewinding on to the submarine thing. I just want to say that name. Nice, I'm doing a wheelie. Name another country that has successfully
Careful.
that has attempted to steal two submarines from two different countries at two different periods of time.
Don't Somali pirates have one that they stole? Or am I having a fever dream?
I think that what they have is a piece of old hardware.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, as for stealing submarines from two different people, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. I'm trying to think of what the. I mean, I know America stole a German U-boat, and then America.
That was the one with the cipher on it, wasn't
Yep, that might be it.
it? I don't remember what that fucking U-boat was called.
Yep.
But it had the German code dealie on it, and they stole it.
Enigma.
That's the one, the Enigma machine.
Enigma machine, yeah. I'm just trying to figure what was the name of the heist to grab the Russian submarine. It had a really good code name for it, or operation name for it.
Russian. U-571? No,
that was a
no.
K125
yeah.
or K129.
U-571 was the Enigma machine, I think.
Project Azorin.
Azorin?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting name.
Yeah. Anyway.
Balcony Holland struggles on hills as well.
Yeah,
So-
well, I was gonna say it's not gotten much more HP than what
Yeah.
than what you have.
Yeah, all good.
So they're both gonna have problems with grunting up those hills. Oh, somebody farted. Who farted?
Yep. Wingless Raven.
Wingless Raven. Thank you for that sub.
By the way, should we soon start wrapping things up?
Yeah,
Actually.
we got like 9 minutes here, so that's U505, yeah.
Hmm.
More LS2.
Yep. Still rolling Alice too.
Right
I'm
on.
actually not. I don't remember how long that game actually is.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Remember when games were really long? I
remember when games were good and you didn't care how long they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, here's a controversial opinion. I thought Portal 2 was too long.
Portal 2 could have ended quite a bit sooner and you wouldn't have lost any extra meaning to it.
No, really not.
But as a puzzle game, like just purely for puzzle,
Oh
it
yeah.
was fine. It was fine.
I skipped Portal. That's my confession.
It's an interesting physics simulator. I'll give it that.
Yep. Portal was the right length.
Yep. Yeah.
It was just long enough to leave you wanting more.
Yes, I agree with that. And then Portal 2 came out and expanded on it a bit.
A lot.
A lot. But I kind of feel that game was too long.
Mm-hmm.
But Wheatley trying to take over and then you having to help Glass and then telling you just to get the fuck out.
That was actually funny. She's like, you know what? Just leave.
Thank you. Now get the fuck out.
I think she was more angry at the fact that you brought out a part of her that she didn't like.
Hmm. And the multiplayer for that was...
Oh, it was good.
It was good. It was chaotic, but it was good.
SS users uploads 505 big. What?
Hmm?
You mean her copied brain? Yeah, Zenith. That's what I was hinting at, is the fact that Gladys was the copied brain of the founder's secretary.
Secretary, yeah.
So.
Okay, one of the better parts of that game was Cave Johnson.
Yeah, Cave Johnson was
That
hilarious.
was fucking amazing.
Yeah. Carolina made me love her. Yeah.
Oh, Caroline.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
all right.
Definitely more to Caroline and Cave than just Secretary.
Yep.
Whether Cave admitted it.
Big stretch. Actually make a joint pop. That was a good stretch.
That's always blissful. Maybe a little bit too much.
A stiff joint that pops and is like, ah.
Chell being Cave Johnson and Caroline's daughter would be really trippy, but we'll never probably find out because they are very likely to never touch on it again, because if they did,
they'd have to admit they can count to 3.
Yes. Look at them birds.
And like I think like if they ever do games on their own, it's going to be after Gabe, and it's going to be a totally different series.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they don't want to.
Well, that depends on who takes over after Gabe, because if it's somebody like whoever the hell runs Ubi or Capcom now, they'll run it into the ground.
Oh,
they'll burn the series straight to the ground.
Yeah, I would like to disagree, and don't get me wrong, like I don't hold series in in their like golden stand in the ivory tower, but I think Valve just scared to
Yeah.
not
like-
to beat themselves with Half-Life 3.
Oh yeah, probably.
To be real with it, I'm glad they haven't. It would just be another Duke Nukem Forever situation.
Oh God.
Mm,
Don't speak of that ever again.
It's taken them too long to get with it and make the next installment on the series.
Yeah, it hasn't quite reached Duke Nukem levels, but it's almost there.
Well, Duke Nukem Forever also went through 3 different developers' hands.
Mm-hmm.
So there you are.
Yeah. What if Gabe Newell isn't
Yep.
making games because he's working on a new AI body for himself? Real simulated Gabe is back.
Robo Gabe.
like the thing is that I wish they would have done the episodes or the three sooner, because like even if it wasn't as good, they could have just gone, oh, it was the product of the times.
Yeah.
That only works sometimes.
Well, like I say,
Because that didn't help Duke Nukem.
yeah. Well,
No, like I mean like it's if it would have, if Duke Nukem would have come out at the time it was supposed to, maybe. Just maybe.
The initial alpha of Duke Nukem Forever from like the first or second studio looked promising. It looked a bit like Half-Life.
Oh yeah.
Like it looked like there was something there to be a standard boomer shooter,
Yeah,
and it just
still
didn't happen.
It still had soul at that point. It wasn't just.
Whoever takes over will eventually start to nickel and dime Steam users via dumb microtransactions and try to nickel and dime publishers and just run the platform into the ground in general. Mr. Jiggles, that's what they're already doing.
Yeah.
They've already found their happy balance, which is they want 30% off the top.
Which, you know.
Like I'm only saying, I'm putting my devil hat on and saying one thing about that though, is that from what I have seen, at least on some deals they have made, that it's also he works in a way that they will take care of like every bit of infrastructure for the publisher or the dev.
Except for maybe private multiplayer servers.
Well.
Yeah, that's always been like
not
there.
always.
But
There are a few that do run through Steam, or used to at least.
Yeah.
I can't remember what games, but some did run directly through Steam. I'm not even sure if they do that
yeah,
anymore.
I'm not necessarily saying it's worth whatever they are providing is worth 30%.
Yeah.
But like for better or worse, Steam is still a very decent platform to have your game on.
Yeah, because it gets it out there.
Yep.
There's a bunch of games that I don't know.
Jiggles is like, the next person's trying to outdo. It's like, what? Well, good luck, man, because we already have Epic / Tencent saying it's too much.
Yeah, well, they can go to hell.
Yeah.
And do you know what's kind of ironic with the Epic deal? They have been shut on by the people for a couple of years, and now suddenly they are the hero. for
Well,
one single thing because someone is trying to make a case.
yeah. Well, I also look at it in this respect, and I'm sorry, Tencent, but you guys just lost, what was it, 50 billion this week?
What? How?
Yeah, Tencent lost its ass.
What happened?
I don't know. I never looked into it. Burrito, welcome. Yeah, yeah, they lost 16% of their stock value.
Holy shit.
Phone game
They-
laws. Okay.
What? Oh no!
Yeah, the mobile gaming market just bit them in the butt.
Nice.
Oh, China law banning games for kids again?
Oh, banning games. Like, all games?
I'm guessing this one's a full top down for mobile games. No mobile games for kids.
Okay, mobile games, yeah, okay. Or is it games with microtransactions?
I was gonna say games targeted at kids. I mean, China has always had it out for video games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more like it's not so black and white the whole thing as it seems, but that is again we don't maybe want to delve too much into that
Oh,
one
they,
over
they
here.
proposed it and it just caused a 20% loss on the day. Damn.
Jesus. A proposal did that.
Well, I mean,
Re-
I haven't
Yeah.
read it, but I'm pretty sure that it was a very draconian proposal.
Regulations on transactions and gotcha games,
Yep.
which is the bread and butter.
Yep. Oh no, no more. What is it? What's the new one? About on a train.
On a train?
Yeah, it was that fucking gotcha game that everybody was making jokes about. The player base being pedophiles or whatever.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
The one that Cookie played.
That Cookie played.
Yeah. Genshin Impact.
Genshin, yeah.
Yeah, the one that they made another one, and it was based on a train. Yeah,
Okay.
a Star Rail.
Oh yes, Star Rail.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. We are getting into spicy land. Should
Yep.
we?
Well, I was gonna say we can't really delve much too farther into that without being straight up at talking politics. But yeah. Tencent just basically lost the foot this week.
They went tits up. I'm surprisingly okay with this.
Same. I think that it's really funny because that means that Epic's daddy now suddenly can no longer pay to keep the V-Bucks flowing.
Mm-hmm. Which is just funny all over.
LOL, Fortnite can eat doo-doo.
Right? Like that was pretty.
China is even targeting game login bonuses. Oh, that's an interesting angle to go after.
That is interesting because for login bonuses, you
yeah,
know,
a lot of MMOs like, all right, let's point at it.
Not even MMOs. Most
War Thunder.
live service games.
War Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to put War Thunder underneath that umbrella because they have login bonuses. I'm going to put World of Tanks, World of Warships.
Yeah, basically every live service game.
Yeah, every live service game. Like MechWarrior Online, too. Doesn't MechWarrior Online have a daily login bonus?
I don't remember.
You have daily
played
XP multipliers.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing. I don't.
No,
Either
but
remove
like
them or
depending
have
on
you them. Yep. Which
Good.
I'm fine with that because then they have to rebalance their grind on the game.
Mm-hmm. Or just get you to pay more.
yeah, well, it's only going to some of them are only going to affect local versions.
Well, that's the
like
thing.
again, we should probably.
For live services, anything based in China would probably have to do it, which, that's a lot of games.
Well, that might extend to all regions, server region,
Yeah.
meaning like
Any online service that for a game that's China based. Really.
Well, I was gonna say, so you would have it apply to Chinese natives, you would have it apply to Australians, you would have it apply to Koreans, Vietnamese, etc., etc.
Yep.
So it's an interesting prospect.
It is. It might fix what's part of what's wrong with the gaming industry. DLC.
We will see.
Or
DLC.
micros. Right.
I guess we'll DLC. But anyway, folks, we are over on time. So thank you all for coming in. Stick around in about 15 minutes. Alice 2, correct?
Yes.
So, thank you all for coming in. And, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I hope that next year starts out with a bang. A good bang. And keeps
Not
rolling.
a bad one.
The bad bang would be interesting, but I don't want that.
Good bang.
Yeah, good bang. Good bangs only, guys. Take care. Stay safe. And we'll see you next year. Where's that button?
Oh, what'd you do with it?
Where did the button go?
God damn it, you keep losing that thing.
Is this it?